The Witch Who Was Afraid of Witches. Chapter 3 At Roger's House. They walked up a hill to Roger's house. Roger's mother gave Wendy hot chocolate and a candied apple and a broomstick. Roger said, "Get on, let's see you ride." "I'm not any good at riding broomsticks," Wendy said, afraid to try. "I have no witch power." "Take the broomstick anyway," he said. Wendy took the broomstick, but she didn't sit on it. This old kitchen broomstick wouldn't give her any witch power. "Go on, sit on it," said Roger. "It's fun." "Okay," Wendy said. After all, Roger didn't expect her to do anything but pretend and have fun. She sat on the broomstick and said, "Hey, hey, hey, I'll get you." Then she gave a little jump. She took off so fast she hit the ceiling. "That must be a magic broomstick," said Roger. "Here, let me try it." Roger got on and said, "Hey, hey, hey, I'll get you." Then he gave a little jump, but nothing happened. "Darn it, it doesn't work," he said. "I'll try," said Roger's mother. She sat on it and cackled and gave a little jump, but nothing happened again. "I'll try it again," Wendy said. Again she took off easily. She zoomed around and around before she landed. "I guess I do have a little witch power," she said. "I never thought so before, but I still don't know any spells." "Then make one up," said Roger. "You're magic." Then made a really good spell pop into Wendy's head. She said in a frightening voice, "Frogs and wizards, toads and newts, Boron's wrinkled hiking boots, turn this ghost into a witch, presto chango, make a switch." Roger's rose turned black. "Great," he said. "Now I want to be a witch, but we didn't have any black shit. But I need a pointed hat." "Oh, that's easy," Wendy said. "I don't even have to think about that one. Stew and brew and cat and bat, give this witch a pointed hat." "Great," said Roger. "Now let's fly." "Be careful," said the new witch's mother. "Don't fly too fast." "We won't," they said as Wendy steered the broomstick out the window. First they swooped over trees and made the leaves fall off. Then they swooped into the party where Billy and his other best friend were digging for apples. Billy and his friend were so scared they ran home crying. Suddenly the clock struck midnight. "I'd better fly you home," Wendy said. "I want to come home with you and keep on being a witch," said Roger. "You're a real witch, aren't you?" "Yes, I'm a real witch, with my own witch power," Wendy said. "I just found it out, and you helped, but I have to turn you back into a ghost and take you home. Your mother would miss you." Broiled figs and toasted toast turned this witch back to a ghost. "Wow," Roger said. "Thanks, and you can keep the broomstick." "Thanks a lot," said Wendy. "See you next Halloween." Wendy flew home and went to sleep without worrying about witches. She wasn't afraid of witches anymore. Chapter 4 Two Strong Spells. When they woke up, it was still dark outside and her sisters weren't home yet. "It's too far too late them to be out," she said. "They may be older, but they have no sense. I'll have to teach them a thing or two." She took her time making up two spells. They weren't as fancy as the spells her sister Polly found in books, but Wendy knew they had special power because they were her own. "Snakes and cakes and pumpkin pie, oldest sister, you can't fly. Salt and pepper bouncing ball, middle sister, you will fall." "Oh dear," Wendy said. "I forgot to say the spells in a really frightening voice." "I hope they work." An hour later, her sisters came limping home. Wendy's spells had worked. The strangest thing, the strangest thing happened, Polly said. All of a sudden, I couldn't take off. My broomstick was too heavy. I took off, Wolf said, but the wind blew my broomstick away. My broomstick blew away too, Polly said. We had to walk. Ow, my feet hurt, Wolf said. I feel funny all over as if I had lost my witch power. Now I know how you feel without your broomstick. That's over now, said Wendy said. I found a pretty good broomstick. That's just an old kitchen broomstick, Paul said. Well, it works for me, Wendy said. It couldn't possibly, said Polly. Polly got on, but she couldn't take off. I knew it was no good, she said. Will got on, but she couldn't take off either. Then Wendy got on. She said, hey, 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 I'll get you, in her own voice. Then she gave a little jump. Wendy zoomed out the window and back in. She had flown faster than her sisters ever had. How can it be? Polly asked. I thought I knew everything. That broomstick isn't even made of sassafras. How can it be? Wolf asked. I thought I knew how to do everything best. Wendy didn't even use a frightening voice. Wendy felt sorry for her sisters. You're probably tired, she said. Get a good sleep, and tomorrow you'll be able to fly again. In bed, Wendy made up two spells to take the spells of her sisters. Oldest sister, you can fly. All you have to do is try. Middle sister, flying's fun. The spell I made is now undone.